Hello students, today in our 11th standard physics and in our lesson laws of motion, this is our session number 8, and in this session we are going to learn about centrifugal force, then effects of centrifugal force and centrifugal force due to rotation of the earth, and finally centripetal forces versus centrifugal forces. A long topics and a brief informations. So let's move to the lesson now. Centrifugal force, it's another way it's called as flee from center. Actually, circular motion can be analyzed from two different frames of reference. One is the inertial frame, which is either at rest or in uniform motion. The other is the rotating frame of reference, which is an non-inertial frame as it is an accelerating motion. To use Newton's first law and second law in the rotational frame of reference, we need to include a pseudo force which is called centrifugal force. If an object moving in a circle and experiences an outward force, then the force it is called as centrifugal force. See, in this picture you can see the object is have velocity which is trying to move away from the circular motion. Now, centrifugal force is a force that arises from the body's inertia and appears to act on a body that is moving in a circular path which is directed away from the center around which the body is moving. Centrifugal force unit is Newton. The centrifugal force drives the object away from the center. It is a fictitious force. Now, consider the case of whirling motion of a stone which is tied to a string like this. Okay, consider a stone which is tied to a string like this. Now, assume that the stone has a angular velocity omega in the inertial frame which is at rest. If the motion of the stone is observed from the frame which is also rotating along with the stone with the same angular velocity omega, then the stone appears to be at rest. This implies that in addition to the inward centripetal force, this is the inward centripetal force, there must be an equal and opposite force that acts on the stone which is outward with the value plus m omega square. See, this is the outward centripetal force. So the total force acting on the stone in a rotating frame is equal to 0, because minus m omega square plus m omega square is equal to 0. This outward force plus m omega square r is called the centrifugal force. The word centrifugal means flee from center, which I mentioned earlier. Note that the centrifugal force appears to act on a particle only when we analyze the motion from a rotating frame. With respect to an inertial frame, there is only centripetal force which is given by the tension in the string. For this reason, centrifugal force is called a pseudo force. The pseudo force has no origin. It arises due to the non-inertial nature of the frame which is considered. Let's see the effects of centrifugal force. When a car takes a turn in a curved road, persons inside the car feels that an outward force which pushes the person away. This outward force is also called centrifugal force. If there is sufficient friction between the person and the seat, it will prevent the person from moving outwards or inwards. When a car moving in a straight line suddenly takes a turn, the objects not fixed to the car try to continue in linear motion due to their inertia direction. While observing this motion from an inertial frame, it appears as a straight line. When it is observed from the rotating frame, it appears to move outwards. Let's see. See, this picture shows the inertial frame with respect to observer who is outside the car. This is a free body diagram, and this is the normal force, and this is the gravitational motion with respect to the mass. Then non-inertial frames with respect to the car, that means the free body diagram. Here the observer is inside the car. You can see the normal force and the gravitational force with respect to mass. However, the force also depends on the mass of the object, the distance from the center of the circle, and also the speed of rotation. If the object has more mass, the force of the movement and the speed of the object will be greater. Remember, if the mass is more, the force of the movement and speed of the object will be greater. If the distance is far from the center of the circle, and force of the movement will be more. You can see some rotating flat platform pictures which have an outward push experienced. Here a person is having a centrifugal force which is plus m omega square r. This is the normal force, and this is the acceleration due to gravity with respect to the mass, so which is equal to mg plus mg m omega square into r. A person standing on a rotating platform feels an outward centrifugal force and is likely to be pushed away from the platform. Many times the frictional force between the platform and the person is not sufficient to overcome the outward push. To avoid this, usually the outer edge of the platform is little inclined upwards like this, right, which exerts a normal force on the person which prevents the person from falling. Because if a person stands like this without any inclination in the platform, then it may be a lot of chances for him to fall down like this. But if the plane is the rotating edge lifted platform, no outward push experience because it has been inclined with some little angle. This little angle will support the person standing, and it prevents the person from falling down backward. Centrifugal force due to rotation of the earth. You can see here I put the rotation of the earth in the earth spins about its own axis with an angular velocity omega. Any object on the surface of the earth rotational frame experiences a centrifugal force. The centrifugal force appears to act exactly in opposite direction from the axis of rotation. So, the centrifugal force on a man standing on the surface of the earth is Fc, that means centrifugal force, is equal to m omega square r. Here r is the perpendicular distance from the distance of the man from the axis of rotation, by using the right angle triangle, the distance is r is equal to capital R cos theta. Here capital R is the radius of the earth and theta is the latitude of the earth where the man is standing. Centripetal forces vs the centrifugal force. Let's see what are the difference between the centripetal force and centrifugal force. Now, the centripetal force, it is a real force which is exerted on the body by the external agencies like gravitational force, tension in the string, normal force, etc. Then centrifugal force, it is a pseudo force or fictitious force which cannot arise from gravitational force, tension force and normal force. The centripetal force acts in both inertial and non-inertial frames, but the centrifugal force acts only in rotating frames, so they are non-inertial frames. The centripetal force acts out towards the axis of the rotation or center of the circle in circular motion. FCP is equal to m omega square r, that is mv square divided by r. While in centrifugal force, it acts outwards from the axis of rotation or radially outwards from the center of the circular motion. FCF modulus is equal to m omega square r is equal to mv square divided by r. The centripetal force is a real force and has a real effects. Pseudo force but has a real effects. It's not a real force but it has a real effects. Centripetal force, origin of centripetal force is interaction between two objects. But here in centrifugal, the origin of centrifugal force is inertia. It does not arise from interaction. In an inertial frame, the object's inertial motion appears as centrifugal force in the rotating frame. In centripetal, the inertial frame's centripetal force has to be included when free body diagrams are drawn. In centrifugal force, in inertial frames, there is no centrifugal force. In rotating frames, both centripetal and centrifugal forces have to be included when free body diagrams are drawn. Actually, the centrifugal force formula is given by a negative product of mass in kg and tangential velocity in meters per second, which is squared, divided by the radius, which is in meters. So mathematically, Fc, the centrifugal force, is equal to mv square by r, where Fc is the centrifugal force, m is the mass of the object, v is the velocity or speed of the object, and r is the radius of that path. Now centrifugal force examples in daily life are, we use this. Centrifugal forces acts on every object moving in a circular path when viewed from a rotating frame of reference. So some examples are weight of an object at the poles and on the equator, a bike making a turn. Third one, vehicles driving around a curve. Then equilateral railway or equatorial railway. Thank you, students. With this, we now come to an end of the third unit. Let's meet in the unit number 4.